Monitoring. It really has snowballed, hasn't it? Within a very short time, we have gone from going about our business and daily lives to having most aspects of it blindsided. Years ago, only mere decades, people used cash, so most of the transactions weren't noted. Debit cards came in, which started to pull it all together. We didn't have smart TVs or meters, no tracking devices on cars, no CCTV, no mobile phones. On the face of it, introducing all those things appeared to make life easier, for you to monitor yourself and use those things to save time and hassle. But the purpose has switched. All of that now traps us, monitors us, and will ultimately, it seems, be used against us. Everything moving online, including medical appointments, is the worst thing we could have done. And I know it seems silly to think any one person alone would be interesting in their usage of things or what they spend or eat. But with that, they know how to get to you, and collectively they can manipulate things. Knowledge is power, as they say. They do not appear to be making a secret of a social credit score scheme rolling out, similar to another country recently mentioned in the media a lot. But let's be honest, we have a class system in this country going back centuries, which used to be your social credit score. Then we introduced credit cards and a credit rating. Sounds like a credit system to me. And we blithely accepted that one without question, keen to earn points by being in debt and jumping through financial hoops to be good enough to lend money to so you can take part in society. What seems to be coming is a levelled up version of that, but the way it is being intermingled with the current agenda, I have suspicions of how intrusive it will end up being. My piece on cash and the incoming cashless society touched upon this, but I will go further and piece together what I see. The rollout of Fitbit and Apple Watches to monitor your heartbeat and vitals. Exercise bikes in the home fitted up to a central system that knows you are exercising. Smart fridges that can be controlled by something somewhere. Points and incentives already for shopping where they encourage you to. Sounds like a credit system and monitoring to me, but we invited it, signed up to it, and didn't notice when they changed the rules. I don't have any of the above because of where I see it going. When I say we, I talk of the collective. They are already talking of incentives to make you lose weight and live healthier by their standards, so let's examine what that means. In my mind, to monitor someone on that, you have to have them log in every morning, noon and night, fill in what they eat, they drink and what they do in a day. Sounds a bit intrusive, doesn't it? Well, how else would they know? They have proved they don't trust the public one bit to make their own decisions or run their own lives. So picture it. You wake up, sign into your app, do your exercise, eat what they say, you get your points for the day or approval rating for your transaction. Then the next day the same. But after a week or so, they decide they need to know more information. They suspect you are eating things while you are out and not reporting them, so they install a urine monitor. Every morning, noon and night, you now have to give them a sample to prove you are complying. They lock your fridge once you have gone over your allotted calorie intake for the day. They restrict your card so you can't buy food while you are out. They insist it is to keep you healthy, but you end up hungry, stressed, sneaking around and unhappy. But they know better than you, right? You might think that is a far-fetched scenario, and for the sake of where we are, I genuinely hope you don't. Because is there really any difference in recent talks of making people film themselves taking harmful, inaccurate and costly tests at home to prove they are complying? It's a slippery slope and one we are already on and picking up speed at an alarming pace. When they start interfering in where you can go, who you can see and what you can say should have been the first warning. It will be followed by what you can wear, what you can eat, how much you can weigh. Because save the NHS, or whatever crisis they invent to serve their purpose. Just imagine the worst, most vindictive, controlling, hateful and unreasonable parent in the world calling all the shots in your life for the rest of your life, making the most outrageous demands, stopping you doing things you enjoy just because they like depriving you of things. Now translate that to who oversees us currently. No one should have more right over your body than you, full stop. You can try and use the selfish argument, I hear it a lot, but is it not the height of selfishness to force and coerce someone to do something because you want them to? Demanding and selfish, in fact. I want you to do something to keep me safe. I and me used there. It says more about the person demanding and the person not bending to it. Keeping someone else happy is not more important than my own safety, health and well-being. I would just ask that everyone take a good, long, hard look around them. Really see these systems for what they are, understand what they intend to do with them and how they will change things going forward. I do not wish for things to always remain the same or go back to the way they were. I'm not afraid of progress, and when it's required and logical, I think we should be an adaptive species. But we are being steered by very willful, controlling people who have wanted to and have been enacting their ideas and agendas for quite some time. If you can work your way through all the smokescreens, lies and diversions, it is there in plain sight, and it isn't pretty. Another possibility of where this monitoring may lead and where they may be viewing us is in my later article, perhaps.